why we continue to come to church. That's why we should continue to read our Bibles, and that's why we should continue to find different ways. Just like in any good marriage, if it stays the same, it's going to get boring, right? Whether that be intimacy or whether that be just conversation. How many of us have seen the elderly couple sitting at a table and they just stare at each other, no words? It's just like, and me and my wife, we always say, man, I hope we're not there when we get there.
Amen.
And I hope we don't turn out like that couple is, because it just seems unfun. You know? And it's the same thing when the world is looking at us as Christians. They're looking at us and they're like, man, I don't want to be like them. It seems like I'm having more fun where I'm at right now, because we allow ourselves to get to the point where we lost that luster or that life, that zeal that we had when we first became saved, when you first became married. You on your honeymoon, you were happy, joyous, you loved that person, y'all having a good time. You know, babies were being made, all that stuff. But something happened down the line. So this is what God has called me to speak about, and I think, like I said, He's going to continue to speak to me about it in different ways, because it's the most important thing for us. When we become Christians, we need to keep that zeal. We need to let the world know that it is fun to be a Christian. It's not, your old fuddy-dub religious, bag of salt. It's life in it. God is life. God is love. Love lives life. That's what we're supposed to be about. So, like I said, my topic is continuing to grow in spirit. So, growth is necessary. It's necessary in all areas of our life, whether that be business, science, industry. You look at it, and it's a necessity for it to grow so that we can, and I don't like to use the word evolve, but evolve as a race, so we can find new cures for different diseases, so we can continue to learn, continue to develop our minds. And sometimes we get so caught up in our physical growth that we push our spiritual growth to the back burner. You're so caught up in your schooling, you're so caught up in growing your bank account, you're so caught up in growing your physical body, that you lose track of your spiritual growth, which is the backbone, really, of all growth. You look at America. Me and Granddad talked about this. Me and Dad talked about this. Initially, when you looked at America, when it was founded on Christ, when it was founded on the Word, look how strong we were. Look how the rest of the nations respected us, and they looked up to us, right? You could go to another country. Not that I've traveled the world too much, but I've heard stories where people, they go to other countries back then, and people will look at them in awe, like, you're an American. I listen to you. I want to hear more about what you're saying. Nowadays, people travel to other countries disrespectful to Americans. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Americans, you're all prideful. You're all about yourself. You have no morals. All these other things, because what's happened? We slowly allow for ourselves to turn to all these different religions. We're a melting pot of religions instead of having Christ as our foundation like we were founded. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too soon before they try to take, and God, we trust off the dollar bill, and try to, they already try to take it out of schools, politicians, and everything else. So you got to be aware of that. But my thing, going back to my topic, what I was saying is growth is necessary in all aspects of our life. So of course it's going to be important to us as Christians. Of course it's going to be important to us to continue to grow. We can't stay stagnant. I said this before in Sunday school. The devil is always trying to find new ways to trick us. It's easy for the devil if we're not trying to learn new ways to serve Christ. If we're not trying to learn new ways to stay focused on Christ. This is especially true in our lives as Christians.